expectations or even exceeded them?
I think you have to look at everything individually. I think we had a few weight classes where we did above and beyond. I think Mike DePalma ended up taking a third. He was the fifth seed. Ian Miller held his seed and ended up winning it pretty easily. He probably, maybe a few other guys that wanted to had a pretty easy track to it. Mac McGuire took a third. He was the fourth seed. So those situations are all very good, and they exceeded it. Some other guys didn't do their seed, and now you sit and wait, and you hope that the NCAA can vote them in for national qualifiers. But you got to look at it individually, because at some point it becomes an individual sport. People are fighting to get to the national tournament. So I think it's something you need to go back, look at the tape, look at some things, find out where guys are at, and then make some evaluations.
Nice. And can I get you to talk about Ian Miller for a second, because his performance was absolutely dominating, especially in the
Yeah, one of the things I don't know if people realize, he's only been taken down twice this year, and one of them was a throw to his back where he got caught. That was against Virginia Tech, and the other one was to the Virginia kid he lost and taken on the first week. So he's been 2 times this entire season, which it's pretty remarkable. It's a hard thing. I don't know if there's been in the country. It's only been taken down twice. So he's healthy, which is good. Nothing happened to his elbow, which is great, and he's got 5 matches left. That's what the goal is, 5 matches, national tournament. And we looked at the scuffle as kind of a standard, and he'll have a very similar type draw. His first 2 might be a little more difficult than they were at the scuffle, but they'll be unseeded kids. Then you hope that he goes into, that he gets a higher seed in the 3rd match, and then 4th match could be like a semifinals type match against the 1, maybe the 2 seed type kid, depending on where he gets seeded. So his goal is 5 more matches and win a national title.
Can you talk about his duck under, what makes it so effective?
It's just because he goes so many different directions, and he has a shot to both sides, and he's got that inside trip to one side, and all of a sudden you take that leg back, and he's able to duck the other side. And you really, if you look at it, beginning of the year, inside trip was working. Now it's a duck because everyone's taking that leg away, and it becomes really hard when you're a left leg lead. You take that leg away because you don't want to get inside trip. Now all of a sudden you're heavy on this foot, which makes your duck work pretty easy. So he's got a good combination, and like I said, those are 2 very different feel moves that most people can't hit. Then he also has a real good single leg. He can have power double. He can hit so many things from different directions that make him so dangerous. And and if you shoot on him, it's even harder to. And you don't get it, it's even harder to score points on him. So, and also to defend. So he's really multi-dynamic. He's really explosive. He keeps his body in real good position.
After the stretch that DePalma had at the end of the season, how big was it for him to bounce back and wrestle very well this weekend?
He lost Missouri, lost Edinburgh, and he got beat bad. And I remember him coming off, and he didn't know what to do, and he felt confused. And first thing I told him was, I go, you got to just evaluate each match by match and look where you're at from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and realize that your season's not over, and then also realize that it's your first year starting. And this is so much different than high school. And we have 6 new guys that never started before on our lineup, and that it's young, and this is the first time in this tournament. It's hard, and if you look, most of the guys started for the first time didn't do very well. Mike did, and he ended up having a great tournament because of that. And a lot of it's in his head, I think. But he's one of those kids that I would not want to have to wrestle if I was at the national tournament. He's going to be unseeded, and he's just a dangerous kid, and I wouldn't want to have to wrestle a kid like that. Regardless of how you look at it, we're going to get DePalma as a national qualifier. Cole Baxter could be a national qualifier. Sam Wheeler's a national qualifier. Ian Miller. Tyler Small still could get in a bid. He's a national qualifier. So next year we could have 7, 8 guys on our team that are national qualifiers at some point in their career. And, it's about growth and development and educating these kids on how to get better each year.